Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca. In this episode, we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Frenkie de Jong, as it has been reported that Barcelona are considering the sale of the Dutch midfielder for 70 million euros, and a replacement is being lined up according to reports. We are going to be discussing on that. Secondly, we are going to be talking about Pablo Gavi, as a report have just emerged claiming that Barcelona were seriously considering selling the teenage midfield sensation for 40 million euros. Then finally, talking about Marcos Alonso, this Chelsea left-back, it has been reported that the Chelsea left-back has become a priority signing for Xavi and Barcelona. We are also going to be discussing on that report as we move ahead. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca, Barca, Barca. There has been a lot of chatter about the future of Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong recently. The 24-year-old is set to complete his third season with Barca and has become a mainstay in the middle of the pack, but doubts continue to linger over his future. Reports about the potential exit started to pick up steam after the Dutchman reacted angrily to being taken off in a game recently. Since then, Xavi has come out and explained that the midfielder remains a key part of his plans and even confirmed having talking with him. However, the rumors do not stop. Now, a fresh report from Dario AS is claiming that Barcelona have decided to offload the young in the summer transfer window. The report states that Barca's financial difficulties mean they need to make a big sale this summer. As a result, Barcelona were seriously contemplating the possibility of offloading the 17-year-old midfield prodigy Gavi, for whom they had received offers worth 40 million euros. But they decided to perform a U-turn and not go ahead with the sale of Gavi. Instead, they are working on extending the Spanish teenager's contract and have made the decision to sell Frenkie de Jong instead, according to Dario Sport. The report states that Barca will want a sum of around 60 to 70 million euros for the former Ajax midfielder and already have a replacement lineup in the form of Carlos Soler. It has even been claimed that an agreement with the Valencia mainstay is also in place. As for Frenkie de Jong, it remains to be seen if Barca actually go through with the sale. If they do make him available for a transfer in the summer, there is unlikely to be a shortage of suitors. Manchester United have been linked heavily with the 24-year-old ahead of Erik ten Hag's imminent arrival as the new manager. Their local rivals and Premier League champions Manchester City could also be in the mix, while the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and Juventus are also keen. A lot have been talked about Frenkie de Jong recently, about his future, and one day you hear that Frenkie de Jong will not go. The other day you start hearing stories about Barca want to sell him. So, with all these rumors, one can't say, one don't know what will happen. We don't know what the summer will bring. Honestly speaking, I wish Frenkie de Jong stayed, but how desperate Barca have become. Financially, we are a mess, and of course, it's now very tempting that the board are contemplating of letting Frenkie de Jong leave. And a lot of rumors claiming how Carlos Soler of Valencia is what they want to, they want as a replacement for Frenkie de Jong. I still don't get it. If Barcelona really know what they are doing, if they really actually know what they will miss. Of course, Frenkie de Jong have not been bad. Of course, even though some months back he was not in his best form, but you selling him right now, I don't think it makes much sense to me personally. And he has quality. I know Xavi likes him a lot, but it's all about money. Barca are tempted, and they think that selling him with some decent amount will help the club financially to facilitate other transfer businesses. But it's not going to be a good move at all. It's not going to be a good move for Barcelona. I hope they don't do it. I hope they don't sell Frenkie de Jong, because from the way things are going, Frenkie de Jong might just be sold. Let's see, maybe things can take a twist in the coming weeks. Then on to the next story of discussion. Pablo Gavi has been one of the biggest positives for the ongoing season for Barcelona. A product of the La Masia setup, the 17-year-old was handed his debut by Ronald Koeman and has not looked back since. The teenage prodigy has grown into a vital player in the first team setup, becoming pretty much a permanent fixture in the starting 11 under Xavi. The youngster has also become an established member of the Spanish national team. So it does not come as a surprise that Barcelona are desperately trying to finalize a new contract for Gavi, with his current one set to expire at the end of next season. However, a fresh report from Dario AS claims that, at one point in the recent past, Barcelona were seriously considering the prospect of selling Gavi due to the club's continued financial problems. As per the report, Gavi was on the radars of clubs like Chelsea, Bayern, Everton, Liverpool. It is claimed that Barca had even received proposals of around 40 million euros through intermediaries for the 17-year-old sensation. Due to the club's financial state, the officials considered the possibility of accepting that 40 million euros offer, even if it would have been a hugely unpopular decision. However, Barcelona decided not to do so and have even since working hard to tie him down to a new contract. An extension is reportedly close to being finalized, which would see Gavi, follow in the path of Ansu Fati, Pedri and Ronald Arago and commit his long-term future at the club. Gavi has made 42 appearances so far in his debut season for Barcelona. The teenager has chipped in with 2 goals and 6 assists in the process, undoubtedly a special talent. The 17-year-old looks set to prolong his stay at the Camp Nou. Gavi is a very special talent. We have seen his exploits this season, and I think he's still growing up to be a world-class midfielder, which he will be. And of course, I also like the fact that he's committed to Barcelona. He wants to stay. And even though his contract has not been extended, but hopefully Barcelona will do that. Talks are ongoing according to multiple reports. So of course, getting reports like this about how Barca were tempted to sell him for 40 million euros, of course I understand that it was a temptation, but luckily enough Barca did not decide to do that, and I think it's a very good decision that they did. And trying to tie Pablo Gavi down to a new contract will be so important. Then on to the final story of discussion. As per a report from Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona have made Chelsea star Marcos Alonso their #1 target for the left-back position heading into the summer transfer window. The 31-year-old Spanish international is entering the final year of his contract with Chelsea and is keen on a return to Spain, his homeland. Barca, meanwhile, are on the lookout for a new left-sided fullback to compete with senior pro Jordi Alba. The Blaugrana have been looking at several options to strengthen the left-back slot. Celta Vigo's Javi Galán has been touted as one of the most favorable candidates, but as per recent reports, Barcelona are expecting a couple of hurdles in their pursuit of Celta Vigo ace Javi Galán. At the same time, it is claimed that the 27-year-old is seen as a player with almost the same profile as Jordi Alba. As a result, the scales have now seemingly tipped in favor of Alonso. It is claimed that Barcelona value the Chelsea star's physicality and athleticism, while they are also of the feeling that his physical stature can allow him to play as a left-sided centre-back if needed. Furthermore, Alonso's attacking intent and goal-scoring capabilities are also seen as an advantage, while his fitness levels are also said to have impressed the Barca sporting leadership. Talks about the move have been underway for quite some time now, with Chelsea also being aware of Alonso's desire to join Barcelona in the summer transfer window. However, the Spaniard is currently waiting for the Blues' ownership situation to resolve itself. Alonso has been with Chelsea for 6 years now, having arrived in November 2016 from Fiorentina. While he has had his ups and downs, the 31-year-old has been an asset of the team throughout his time at Stamford Bridge. However, his time in West London could come to an end this summer as he wishes to join Barcelona and play under the management of Xavi. Any move, though, will have to wait until Chelsea's ownership situation has reached a resolution. Sometimes I really doubt if Barca are making the correct decisions when it comes to transfers. I still don't understand why you're talking about Marcos Alonso and you're talking about prioritizing him as your left back target. 31-year-old player, and Chelsea does not see like he's not that starter again in Chelsea regularly. Is that how low our club FC Barcelona have become? I don't understand how things are. I don't know. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Which squad are we building? Which squad are we building? 31-year-old. A player's in his 30s and you are saying you want to build a team? We're looking for a young, fresh, left-back target who can be there for a long time. You're talking about Marcos Alonso. Then this is not a club rebuild. It's total nonsense to me, honestly speaking. And I think Barca need to think well. They need to think well. We need to build this club. We need to bring talents, young talents. Don't bring players that have played their prime. They have reached their peak somewhere else, and they see Barca as a dumping ground to come and end their careers. It's total nonsense. I think Laporta and Xavi should think very well before doing things. It's terrible. As a fan, I'm saying it with so much anger with me. How can you be talking about Marcos Alonso and you're saying you prioritize him to be your left-back target? A player in his 30s? What sense does that make? No sense. I prefer Javi Galan, yes. I prefer Javi Galan, but I don't know why now they are saying that Barca prioritizes Marcos Alonso. It's terrible. So let's see how things unfold in the summer, but I think they should bring players who make sense. They should bring players that, I don't know, it's just terrible to see how things are going, seriously speaking. The transfers have not been so happy with the targets that we have been seeing. And the worst of it all, talking about the players that Barca are reportedly prioritizing as their summer targets. It's just awful to see. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest and next to Barcelona. Yeah, on Viva Barca. Until next time. Bye bye.